Hello everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, let's get started. I share my screen and yeah, we received several comments from reviewers. So yeah, I'd like to check from the first one. The first one is very big, very big issue, and that is from Omri's comment. And yeah, he recommend us to treat Austen as a best practice, and we discuss regarding this Austen in left messages, and then we decide that we deal with this Austen as a best practice. So I added some sample description here. So I'd like you to check this description. First, I added this authorization API between this ABAC, NIST SP 800, 162 to SPIFFE. Like this authorization API 1.0 developed by the OpenID Foundation Authorization Exchange Authn Working Group defines a standardized interface between PPs and PDPs. It enables consistent interoperable authorization decision requests and responses across distributed systems and aligns well with the PSTAP architecture defined in NIST SP 800 162. Yeah, and I remove the authorization API from this by defaults and several other updates. What do you think this change, Hiroki and Satarupa?
I'm okay.
Okay, thank you.
I'm okay too.
Okay, so
Should we explain it as a best practice?
yes, so yeah, I added here and also is that um maybe other yeah, I added other area. So yeah, first I accept this suggestion. Also, what is this? I don't know, but and I accept this suggestion. And a moment. And I also update like this one. Maybe this change affects only this requirement, I think. Recommended to provide standardized API to PDPs. That is a requirement of PDP. And previously, this is to maintain interoperability between PDPs and PDPs. And I added that, and PDP is recommended to expose PDP interfaces aligned with authorization API 1.0. What do you think about this changing?
I'm okay with this change.
Hiroyuki?
Okay.
Okay, so I accept this change. And also, yeah, I added the conclusion. This is a list of all best practices specification. So I added like this. And other area. Yes. I added the executive summary like this. This is also a list of all best practices specification. Yeah, this is the top sentence of the best practice based on standards section. I added authorization API 1.0 for standardized authorization decision interfaces. I accept this suggestion. Yeah, maybe that's all, I think. Yeah, so I will respond to the homely to add it also as a best practice. Okay, then the next one is this one from user. Yeah, regarding the description of OIDCOP, like this for more precisely in a trust domain, this makes audience confusing. So I deleted this expression, and but in section 2.4, it is explained in detail like this. Yeah, so I removed here regarding this trust domain. And Ryuki already checked this. And what do you think, Satarupa?
Yeah, I have checked this. I'm okay with this change.
Yes, thank you very much. So I accept the suggestion. And then next, number 3. This is also from user. And yeah, this one, regarding the AAL2, consider revising this sentence to avoid implying that email is an acceptable second factor for authentication at L2 plus. Yeah, I agree that email must not be treated as an acceptable second authentication factor for L2 or higher, as it is explicitly disallowed as an outbound authenticator. So based on this feedback, I removed the reference to email from Pablo. And Hiroki already checked this change. And what do you think, Satarupa?
Yeah, I'm okay with this change.
Okay, thank you very much. So I accept this suggestion. Okay, so the next one is number 4. This is a comment from Evan. Yeah. Regarding this executive summary, he says that it's not clear what makes cloud native environments different from any other environment. So yeah, we already write down the differences between the cloud native environment and the traditional IAM in case that maybe this PowerPoint 2.2. So yeah, to address this, I have added a brief clarification to the existing summary that summarizes the key cloud native characteristics already described in section 1.2.2. Like this. Just adding that due to characteristics such as highly dynamic and short-lived workloads, the grasp of perimeter-based trust models, and need to integrate authentication authorization into automated application lifecycle. Yeah, that is just summarize this 1.2.2 is description. So yeah, I'd like to hear your opinion regarding this.
I'm okay with this change.
I also okay this changes.
Okay, thank you very much. So I accept the suggestion. Then the next one. Yes, maybe this is one of the biggest comment, I think. Regarding this actor section, maybe not actor section. Yeah, the section. This section feels like it would be beneficial from a table. Benefit from the table. Yeah, I think so too. Because a little difficult to understand if we write down in sentences. So I made this table, and there's no new word in this table, and I think there's enough information and equal to this expression before.
So, for this table, I think we can include the authentication and authorization constraints. Also, when I was reviewing this white paper today, I was matching the section to section 3 and section 4. So I noticed that we have mentioned this part, administrators as like a separate user, but I mean as a separate actor. But in chapter 3 and 4, we have not addressed like in the requirements how the administrator authenticates it. So like maybe if we are not like if it's out of scope, maybe we should leave a note that this is out of scope, and we will only discuss like the structure around the components like workload, OIDC, OP, and PTP. So if it's out of scope, maybe we should mention that. Also, the internal user actor is separate from the end users, but in the requirements, we have not differentiated between them. So, like every authentication requirement is for end users, and like if someone reads it, then they might have these questions that, like, do internal users also have the same OIDC OP requirements? Do they have do they have a different AAL requirement? So like that. So I think maybe we should address that question. Like when I was reviewing this section, I
I
found
see.
those gaps. So
Yeah, but administrator is not the out of scope, but they perform management and configuration tasks such as configuration. So maybe this administrator needs to implement these all requirements.
Yeah, so in that case, maybe we should like have a small section, like a brief note that both like the basic requirements of the administrator in that, like a small section in 3.4, like OIDC OP requirements, and in it's it's 3.5 PDP requirements that administrator needs to access these components uh, and should be governed by these authentication requirements, something like that.
I see. I see. Yeah. I don't want to write many things in this actors section. And yeah, I'd like to keep this section
No,
as
I don't
minimum.
mean in the active section. I mean in the section 3 and 4 when we are discussing those components. Like under OIDC OP in 3.4 OIDC OP requirements, maybe like a small section, maybe 2-3 lines on it.
Mm-hmm.
And in 3.5 as well.
I see.
We can leave this section as it is, and we can move those parts there.
Regarding this authentication mechanism and authorization mechanism, I don't add this information in this table because if we add this kind of information, that is duplicated in here and also this requirement section. So I'd like to leaving details authentication and authorization mechanism to the later sections. Yeah, that is one point. And then
Also, the end user and internal user, because they are defined separately, so like there is a gap there. I mean, when like as a reader, if I read it, then I will also have like the same questions. But if there are separate requirements, because we have only defined end users there.
I see. I'd like to make the minimum changing, I think. And why this end user and internal user are needed is that is for describing just this external threat, internal threat.
So maybe in section like in the common requirements section, I think it's 3.1. We can mention like a single sentence that both end users and internal users authenticate through the same OIDC OP using the same workflows, and the internal user it may be sourced from a different corporate IDP via federation, something like that. Maybe a single sentence there about the internal user so that there is no gap. Like
Okay, so yeah, let's go back here later. Maybe this is a big problem, I think. So I'd like to move other comments first. So the number 6 reads Yeah, regarding this change, Evan made change from it is also suitable for individuals at the beginner or novice level who may not be very familiar with identity and access management concept and technologies. Too, we assume that readers are familiar with identity and authorization concept in traditional environments, but may not have experience implementing IAM in cloud-native context. But I prefer not to make this change. This is because the current wording is intentional and consistent with the surrounding text. For example, including the subsequent sentence that explicitly mentions lowering the barrier for beginners and novices, as well as a footer reference on the previous page here. That to beginner resources in the appendix. So I'd like to reject this suggestion. What do you think about this?
Yeah, I agree with you because we have, before even starting the white paper, we had the beginner and novice users in mind. And I think the entire white paper is designed in a way that they will be able to understand. Also, we have already included the fundamental concepts in the appendix. So I think it should be good.
Okay, thank you very much. What do you think, Hiroyuki?
I also agree with you.
Okay, thank you very much. So, yeah, how to do that? Just reject suggestion? I don't know, but
Maybe the cross, there's, yeah.
Yeah, but this comment was maybe disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I reject here. I don't know. Yeah, I keep this one. And I got it done. I already respond this changing, so yeah. So next one is here. Yeah, this is changing from Evan that I'm not sure that we need to try to enumerate all the items not covered by the paper, especially given the length of the list. Yeah, I prefer to keep this sentence for now. And it was added in response to previous review feedback, which noted confusion about whether topics such as scheme, or message-based protocols were in scope. Keeping this explicit clarification has helped avoid repeated questions and set expectations more clearly for readers. So what do you think about this?
Yeah, I agree with you on this.
I also agree.
Yes, thank you very much. Yeah. So yeah, I'd like to reject for now. These two. First, this one. I reject this suggestion. And also this one, I reject this suggestion.
That suggestion is already, we have addressed it, that in the appendix section. I think we can close that comment.
Okay, thank you very much. And then next one is this one. This is also suggestion from Evan. And here, that's just added W3Cs. So yeah, I think this is acceptable. What do you think?
Yeah, this is okay. Also, I think we should move it to the next line, the link.
What does that mean?
This link to w3org.org in the footnote. Yeah, we should move it to the next line.
I don't know what is that. Maybe this footnote referred from here. So okay. First, Hiroyuki, can I accept this suggestion? So I accept this one, and yeah, I'd like to. Oh, what is this? I'd be okay, I think. Then next one. Oh. Is here. This is the URL of the this iterated additive model, but rather than adding the raw URL directly in the footnote, I kept the citation style consistent and added the direct link from the footnote to the corresponding entry in the appendix. So yeah, I'd like to reject this suggestion. I added all this footer to the bookmark to the this references. So here we can access like this. So what do you think? What is? Can I reject this suggestion? Hiroki?
Yes, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Should we add URL?
oh, okay. I think this is okay. I got it now. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I reject this suggestion. And then next one. This is just comment that regarding this the YAM is critical in cloud-native environment, the number 4. He says this seems worth putting up into the introduction as another critical difference between cloud-native and traditional IAM. Here, so I address this by updating the opening of the exit summary to explicitly highlight the need to integrate authentication authorization into automated application lifecycle. The key cloud-native differentiator that is like this. So yeah, I think we can address this comment. So I respond like this. What do you think, Yuki?
Yeah, it's okay.
Mm-hmm. How about Satoru?
Yeah, it's okay for me too.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So this done. And the next one is this is regarding user summary. Previously, we write like authentication requirements include the use of authorization code for with PXC, multi-factor authentication aligned with AAL2 or higher, and MTLS. And he said that is what is maybe here. Mixed requirements. This authorization code with PXC and multi-factor authentication is the human user authentication, and MTLS is the workload authentication. So these are mixed in one sentence. So I agree with that. So I updated the exec summary to separate the authentication requirements for human users and workloads into distinct sentences to make the distinction clearer. Like this, authentication requirements distinguish between human and workload entities. For human users, this includes the use of authorization code flow with PXC and multi-factor authentication aligned with IAL2 or higher. For workloads, this includes the service authentication mechanisms such as MTLS. What do you think about this changing, Darupa?
I'm okay with this change.
How about Hiroyuki?
I also okay.
Okay, so I accept this suggestion. Okay, so this was the and the next one is that is just response from this change, and he made some this W3C change and also adding some URL, and that is a response from me. Rather than adding a raw URL directly in the footnote, I kept the citation style consistent and added a direct link from the footnote to corresponding entry appendix. That is just a response to his comment. The last one is this one. That also just a comment that with the pivot to system level authorization. System level authorization was referred from here. This paper focuses on system level authorization evaluated at runtime using PEPs and PDPs and doesn't cover authorization policy management or user managed authorization scenarios. And he says that the design space seems much more constrained, and I'm happy with this wording. If we are primarily focusing on system level authorization, we may not need to cover or address end user access at all. I disagree with this part, and I respond that while this white paper focusing on system level authorization evaluated at runtime, we intentionally do not restrict the scope to workload-only scenarios. In cloud-native systems, system level authorization commonly applies to both human-initiated request and service interactions with user context often propagated access multiple workloads and evaluated by PDPs and PDPs at runtime. And for that reason, we retain user access as part of the scope, and while explicitly excluding authorization policy management and user managed authorization scenarios. This allows the paper to cover practical runtime authorization patterns in cloud-native applications without expanding into broader IAM governance topics. How about this? Think about this response, Sotarupa.
I agree with you on this.
Thank you very much. How about Hiroyuki?
I also agree with you.
Okay, so yeah. Well, that's all for the comments and any other changes. Yes, that's just add this on premise. Yes. So I accept the suggestion. Yeah, that also made some other. Yes. Yeah. To be more formal, I changed can't to can't. I'll change. Yes. Just remove the authorization API here. I will run this part and yes. Formally, this should be E dot G dot. So I added dot. I added period. Yeah, that's all. And yeah, so please, let's go back to the actors sections. This discussion. Do you imagine some changing? How to change this white paper? But can you hear me?
Yeah.
Or do you have any idea, Hiroyuki?
Mm. Mm. I don't have good idea.
Okay, yeah.
Mm.
This actors section was added relatively recently, and yeah, I'd like to keep this smaller size section, and I'd like this section to affect more in the white paper, the main part of the story. So yeah, I'd like to keep this kind of expression, but yeah, if you have any ideas or if you feel this this is difficult to understand, yeah, we need to change some expression. Yeah, currently this section introduces just description of actor. End user is the external user such as customers. That is changing from here. And the internal user such as support or preparation staff like this. And administrator users who manage policies and system configuration. And non-human actor across all device. And user participate in item authentication flows when accessing application is maybe here, and the users primarily participate in item authentication flow. And with this, administrator perform management and configuration tasks such as configuring identity federation, client registration, authorization policy is like this part. And non-human actor interact with the system through service authentication is authorization mechanism. That is here. Here, that's all I think. And the expected, the next comment is what? Maybe audience cannot understand what this white paper focuses on.
No, I think like we have made that clear in the executive summary, so I think it should be easy to understand. But like, what should we do about the gaps that I mentioned? Should we leave it as it is for now, or like maybe we should add 1 or 2 sentences there? Because for internal user, I don't think there will be much change. Maybe 1 or 2 sentences about that. Other than that, I think everything is fine for me.
Sorry, where to add 1 or 2 sentences?
Yeah, so for this is just tentative, but for like in section 3.1, I think we can maybe add a brief acknowledgement that both end users and internal users they authenticate through the same OIDC OP using the same flows, because it's not like explicitly mentioned. So maybe like a small sentence there. Or I think there was something about the internal users as well, but it was removed after review. I don't remember exactly, but there was something about internal users as well in one of these sections, but it was removed in, I think, one of the reviews that we had, probably in December or before that. I don't exactly remember.
We remove the requirements that refer to the internal users.
I don't know, but
Remember,
I think
yeah.
there was something there. Like we have mentioned in the federated identity model about the internal users, but we have not explicitly made it in the requirement section. So maybe just stating it would be enough.
I see. Yeah, maybe if we add something to the section 3 and section 4, maybe we need to change a little to almost every requirement, I think. For example, when we write, if we write a kind of user what is a user? So we change user to internal user, user to end user, or user to end user and internal user like that. So yeah, that is
Yeah,
I
that will be
think
too much. Yeah.
yes. So if we
Um,
need some change, we should change this actors section, I think.
maybe before the next meeting, maybe I try to add like a few sentences without changing the whole thing. Just a few sentences. If that makes sense, then we can keep this section as it is. And if if it comes to that we have to change the whole section because of these changes, then I think we can skip those changes. But for now, maybe uh, before the next meeting, I can add a few sections for this particular part.
Mm. Yeah, but I don't want to wait for the next meeting to respond the reviewers. So
Yeah.
uh, first we that is my suggestion that first we change it like this and ask Evan to what should we do if Evan feels something wrong.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mhm.
We can do that.
Okay, so yeah, first we suggest we accept this suggestion. Is it okay? Yeah, that is just change the sentences to the table. Maybe we need to add some table name, I think.
Actors team, like mm, mm,
This
actor description and interaction, maybe something like that. Table defining table defining the actor role and interaction. Mm.
yes, that is that a table name, right?
Yeah.
I see. Yeah. Is there a table here for now? Or maybe one table, I think. Uh, maybe table two. Table two?
Table
Yes,
one
no
was
table one.
table one was the authentication and authorization, the difference table, but that was removed.
I see. Let's go. And, what should I name? Actors and their interactions.
Yeah, actor definition and their interaction, maybe.
Definition. Okay, so first, I'd like to accept this suggestion. Is it okay, Satoruka?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. How about Hiroyuki?
I'm okay.
Okay, so I accept the suggestion. Uh, that's all, I think. Is there any themes? I will, yeah, yeah, thank you for, approve Kyohei and usually, will you add date here?
Yeah, you can put there. So actually, I read also like comments, so I think I'm okay. Yeah.
Okay, so, is it okay, today's date?
Yes.
Okay.
For me, it's a 24. Yeah.
Mhm. Thank you very much. Okay, so yeah, yeah, I respond to Omori and I ask them to approve this white paper. Yeah, thank you for doing this meeting. And is there any comments, you guys?
No comments from my end.
Okay. So I will finish this meeting. Thank you for attending this meeting. So yeah, have a nice day. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.